All right. Welcome back to the channel. Errol Spence Jr. talking about Shawn Porter says he can headbutt, he can elbow, and he can get grimy if Shawn Porter wants to get grimy. Let's talk about that great fight coming up next in September in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notifications. Also, I want to say thank you so much to everybody that joined the Patreon. Much appreciate your support, and also everybody that donates through the Cash App and through the Super Chats on the live streams that we do Monday through Friday, right around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and on 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday, OG Boxing Talk with myself and Blood Boxing and KQKC Boxing Weekly Show. Let's get into this, man. I'm getting excited about Errol Spence Jr. versus Shawn Porter for a unification fight in the welterweight division. We have been waiting around for whether or not this fight was going to happen. It is official. It was made official I believe it was this weekend that they said that they were on the PBC and talked about the fight. Now, one of the things, man, one of the reasons that intrigues me about this fight, man, is the fighting style. Shawn Porter. I never was a fan of Shawn Porter as a fighter because Shawn Porter's style is so incredibly dirty. Now, you haven't seen it as much in the last two fights. Didn't see it so much in the fight with Orthodox Ugas. He boxed more. Then he did a lot of boxing. He fought on the inside every once in a while, got in there, roughed Ugas off up every once in a while. But for the most part, he's fighting on the outside. Same thing with Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, he fought a lot on the outside, jab, moved a lot. But that really and truly is not Shawn Porter's style. Shawn Porter is one of the dirtiest fighters I have ever seen watching a boxing match. He will use his head, he will wrestle you, he will use his elbows, he will just lay on you, push you, shove you. He's a football player. And though I like Shawn Porter, I like Shawn Porter's personality. I want to be very, very clear about that. It's his style I don't like, because I really do believe, as I watched him fight, I watched him fight Adrian Bronner. I saw him fight Andre Berto. I believe in many of those fights that he fought that he was just so borderline, the stuff that he was doing, where it just isn't boxing. It was wrestling. It was grab, hold, mug, push, shove, grab. And when he fought Kell Brook and he wasn't able to do that, and Kell Brook could just tie him up, was too strong for Shawn Porter to do it, that's when I was like, he's going to have a harder time with a bigger, stronger boxer. So Errol Spence Jr. I suppose he was posed the question, or what, I'm not sure what exactly made him make this statement, but he said, look, if Shawn Porter wants to have that type of fight, we can have that type of fight. If he starts elbowing, mugging, grabbing, holding, I'll do the exact same thing to him. And that's how the fight's gonna go. He knows that I can do that. His father knows that I can do it. They've seen me spar. I can get rough too. The reason I like that he said that, because that really does, man, remind me so much of Andre Ward. The way that Andre Ward, and the people familiar with the channel know that Andre Ward is one of my favorite fighters. He's one of my favorite people in boxing outside the ring, even though I've never met him. I just really like what the guy stands for. I like how he carries himself. I'm not the biggest, I'm not the biggest churchgoer in the world. So, but I really appreciate this guy's professionalism. In the ring, Andre Ward told a story about how he used to get put in with bigger kids when he was young, and they would try to bully him because he was a good boxer, but he was smaller than them. They'd hit him low, hit him on the hips, hit him on the thighs, do different things like that. And he would go back to the corner And his trainer, Virgil Hunter, much respected Virgil Hunter, would say, he'd say, hey, make them stop. If they're going to do that to you, make them stop. You got to know, if you do that to me, that's how it's going to go. Okay, you're naming the rules of the game. You're headbutting me, I'm going to headbutt you. You hit me low, I'm going to hit you low twice. You hit me on the thigh, I'm going to hit you on the thigh. You try to yank my arm, I'm going to yank your arm. Just so you know, whatever you put in, whatever you reap, brother, you will sow. Okay? 2 times over. Cast your cheating upon this water, and it will return manyfold. I believe that is fair. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. And Andre Ward was a killer for that. People would always say Andre Ward's dirty. Andre Ward was more of the kind of like, look, man, don't start none, won't be none. But if you start some, there's show fire gonna be some. Act right, you act right, and I act right. And that's what Errol Spence Jr. needs to do with Shawn Porter. If Shawn Porter starts bowling in, headbutting, grabbing, mugging, and all that stuff, Errol Spence Jr. needs to cock back, hit that dude so hard in his thigh, hit him so hard with his thigh, miss with a shot, hit that dude flush upside the head with an elbow, all of that stuff. Because keep it a boxing match. But I believe that Shawn Porter is going to resort to that for a couple reasons. In the last couple fights that he fought on the outside, and I thought he fought very well on the outside. Some people thought that he lost to Yordenis Ugas. I don't really see that. I see that he made Yordenis Ugas keep his hands at home a lot and really didn't give him an opportunity to counterpunch. And I thought he fought a very good fight. But Yordenis Ugas, is not a guy that is going to really take the lead on you, that is really long and tall and is going to consistently put that jab out there, that's going to consistently cut off the ring and try to make it a lot of action in the ring. I have a hard time believing that the plan B movement that you see from Shawn Porter is going to be able to keep Errol Spence off of him. So the only option that he's really going to have is he's going to have to bum rush and try to maul and grab and hold, because even on the inside, I don't really think Shawn Porter is necessarily that good of an inside fighter. And by that, I mean, he's good at muscling and grabbing and holding and making it hard on the inside because he's cheating, right? Because he's wrestling and grabbing and mugging you. Shout out to Junior the Truth, by the way. But as far as getting off clean shots, getting off uppercuts, doing all that, he's not, going to the body, straight shots, straight inside uppercuts, uppercuts to the diaphragm, shots to the solar plex, stuff like that. Shawn Porter doesn't seem to really have that. He's more just wearing down the guy by grabbing and mauling and smothering the other guy's work and making it very difficult for that guy to do anything. And then when he releases from all that mugging, then he'll let a couple shots go. So Errol Spence Jr., I think, needs to expect that of Shawn Porter. Either way it goes, man. Either way it goes, Shawn Porter's going to have a lot of difficulty. On the outside, he's going to have and the fact that the guy's a southpaw. I need to go back and see how many southpaws has been that Shawn Porter has fought, because Errol Spence Jr. as a southpaw fighting Orthodox is very good at getting his jab off against Orthodox fighters. But Orthodox fighters, on the other hand, with the exception of Kell Brook, who did do a good job of coming over the top of the jab with Errol Spence Jr., have been pretty ineffective at keeping that jab off him. So you got that awkward kind of southpaw scenario going on there with Errol Spence and Shawn Porter. But I love the energy, man. And that's one of the reasons that I really like Errol Spence Jr. as a fighter. I like the fact that the dude is really gritty. I like the fact that he has that attitude, that he has the challenger's mentality for this fight. The fact that he is the guy that he would say something to the effect of to Shawn Porter that, look, I'm the money guy. I'm the guy that is, that's drawing the crowds, that's the name. And I had to build myself to this status just to get a fight with you. So it was like on his way up, he's trying to fight Shawn Porter. At a certain point in time, Shawn Porter was a champion before he was, when he was the IBF champion, prior to his loss with Kell Brook. Shawn Porter was the up-and-coming fighter, and Errol Spence Jr., Shawn Porter was the champion, the contender, then the champion, while Errol Spence Jr., might have still been in the amateurs for a little while, but then was, the up-and-coming prospect. Errol Spence Jr. was chasing Shawn Porter and chasing these other guys. Now, but once he got to the point where he surpassed them, he still wants to fight them. He's not doing a Keith Thurman, getting hungry for a fight against Manny Pacquiao, acting hungry for a fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. And once those guys are gone and Keith Thurman has 2 of the belts, now he acts like he doesn't want to fight any of the up-and-coming guys. That's not what Errol Spence Jr. is doing. Now, don't get me wrong. Shawn Porter is going to be a rough, rugged, tough fight. It's going to be a challenge for Errol Spence, but I see Errol Spence coming through that. But if Shawn gets dirty, man, the dirtiness got to happen. I really do like that in him. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.